Officially now, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Market Watch Group Monday Market Kickoff. My name is Scott. I'll be your host. As always, this is for education, illustrative purposes only. Nothing we do should be considered a recommendation to buy or sell. Any investment decisions made should be based on at your own risk. We're not brokers or advisors. I'm not sure. There we go. There we go. Okay. What are we going to do today? Let's look at the futures. Down a little bit. There was a little concern expressed. Some people on Friday said, well, is there a chance the market's going to have a little pullback? Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. And we're seeing a little bit of that. But we trade when we see signals. And then if we get more signals, which as long as this little pullback is just that, just a little pullback followed by something else representative of buyers coming back in, great. That's fine. This is what we would expect. Our posture improved if you didn't see it on Sunday. They were up earlier today, went up around 6. Okay. So, it's in the range. So we'll see what happens. Oh, one thing before I forget. Down. Yeah, they're down now. I was like, maybe they were up before I woke up. I'm going to go back and look, but they're down now. Don't forget, tonight is canceled. There's no more Monday evening sessions. They have been moved to Tuesday mornings. So tomorrow will be our first Tuesday morning. Our first Tuesday morning session. And we will now have full week continuity. The Tuesday, Thursday evening classes are exactly the same still. So we will still be doing those. Okay. What are we going to do? Look at the futures. We'll take a peek at the economic calendar. Review our posture. Think about what does this mean for open trades? We're already thinking about it. If we put trades on Friday, what's going to happen? Well, there's a good chance that they may marginally down this morning. Fine. If you missed the trades on Friday, they're open for business on today. And then we're looking for new signals. As long as, I would have no expectation of them going wrong this morning, just simply showing signs of decline rather than advancing. But there's nothing about us in the way that we trade where we just assume when we put a trade on, it's just going to go forward from there. All right? We give the trade the chance to develop. Okay. Big list this week. If you didn't notice, if you weren't there Sunday, from our watch list, which looks fantastic. If you don't have our watch list built into an ability to watch it every single day, that's a mistake. You should be doing that. It's chock full of strong industry-leading, high liquidity stocks. We've worked very hard to cultivate and maintain that watch list. That's a core benefit of this group that I think sometimes is understated. I can tell you with working with individual traders, one of the biggest problems they tend to have is what to trade. How do I find the right thing? It's not that, it's not that big of a science. We want leaders. We want liquidity. We want diversification in our watch list. And that's exactly what we have. So if not really taking advantage of that, you should. And then every week we, of course, create an opportunity list, which is a focused, a concentrated list out of our broader watch list. This week it was 30 stocks that popped up as, hey, this could be a trade in the next few days. It's a great list. Someone yesterday is like, Scott, you sound enthusiastic. I mean, why wouldn't I be? We're bullish. We've been bullish. We had a little bit of a pullback that has now reversed from our posture. Institutions are feeling confident. So am I. And trading plan section of the week, we are at the end of the loop. If you're new or newish and you haven't had a chance to take a full loop on the trading plan journey with us, we start over on next week. This week, we're going to work on trading goals. Always an easy one to incorporate. So there you go. All right, let's keep going. What's going on? Let's go figure that out. Probably should have reloaded that earlier, but let's just get these things going. Futures down 0.25 on the S&P, 0.3 on the Dow, 0.35 on the NASDAQ, 0.32 on the Russell. It looks like there was a bit of overnight bullishness that has pulled back here this morning. VIX up marginally, set to open at 15. If it's up to 15, that's not up very much at all. Cars are so expensive that buyers need 7-year loans. I saw that. My son got in a car accident earlier this year and had to go get a new car. And as we were looking at loans, they're like, you can do an 84-month loan to get this loan. What? 84? It's going to be like a mortgage. They're like, it's a 15-year car loan. Whoa. Stable coins likely to shake up the treasury market. Retirement savers eager to jump into private assets. U.S. stocks retreat from record-setting rally. What else? China has laid a rare earths trap for the West. Ooh, that's not good. Nobody likes to hear that. U.S. consumers with prime credit are starting to slip on payments. That's not a good early sign. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. So these are interesting things actually about the market that are, a lot of times you just get opinion pieces, but this today is interesting when you look around and you see things like people needing a 7-year loan for cars, and then you look at credit payments starting to fall behind. Apparently, the White House is looking to socialize chip manufacturing and become owners of various companies of chips. I thought Republicans weren't really into socialism. What else? Trump threatens NBC and ABC licenses over news coverage. That's always good. Crack down on the press. It's good stuff. Okay, that's about it. Let's look at the calendar for this week. What do we have? It's actually a pretty big week later in the half. Early on, not much. Nobody really cares about new home sales. Once Jerome Powell put out his statement, his new, not his, their. I'm starting to make the same mistakes as if he's like the president. I mean, he is the president. Chairman, what is he? But it's the committee taking a more dovish stance, obviously, that led to the market's bullishness on Friday. We're not as concerned with these regionals like Dallas Fed Lori Logan or New York Fed John Williams. We get a consumer confidence number on Tuesday. That's likely to be looked at. 97, possibly dropping down. Yeah, we'd like to see that get back above 100. We have jobless claims. Nothing on Wednesday. Jobless claims. 235 is the last week. 230 is the expectation. We're getting a GDP revision for quarter 2. We are expecting 3, maybe looking to get 3.1 on this one, so that's good. Jobless claims staying in the low 200s, and when I say low, I mean anything south of 250. 220 to 230 is a nice, stable range. GDP staying at 3%. That's good. Income, spending, both expected to tick up a little bit. And then the big one. This is the big one. We have the expectations now. So PCE is expected to drop marginally, but from 0.3 to 0.2. Year over year is expected to stay stable. 2.6 stays at 2.6. Core PCE stable at 0.3. Core year over year, a slight uptick at from 2.8 to 2.9. Okay, so that's reasonable. Remember that PCE is the Fed's favorite. This is the Fed's most favorite of inflationary indications. So stability, as they say, hey, we're starting to see some things, that certainly helps push us closer to a September cut. If we see an unexpected bump anywhere, if any of these jump the way that the PPI jumped, that would maybe make a bit more difficult, right? A bit more difficult. Some local news: Trump admin has halted construction of Revolution Wind, the multi-billion wind farm being built south of Rhode Island that has already installed 45 of. Yeah, apparently he's not a fan. He doesn't think windmills look good. Although they're not windmills, they're wind turbines. Windmills are old-fashioned buildings in Holland. It has to be attached to a mill. Versus wind turbines for generation. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's the news. Let's go look at what's going on this morning as we've opened. Let's pull up the SPY. And you can see just flat next to, you can see we're crossed here. This is flat. And it could pull back marginally and have a little bit of a hiccup without really shaking our overall assessment, right? So yeah. Okay. All right. Why am I not? Okay, let's hit the VIX. Sorry, my watch list is nowhere to be seen here. There it is. VIX. Yeah, that's not much. If you were like, oh, are we seeing institutional fear? No, it's just a little pause. This is still coming down. Clearly, there's more red than green. But let's just go take a look at what's going on. Apple on our list and close to tradable right here. Right? Close to tradable. It was on our initial lists. ADM, overextended. That was nothing we were looking at. Amazon was a little bit too big of a entry for us. So there wasn't much for us to do with that one. Okay, let's keep looking. APH. That's one of ours from Monday or from Friday. And what are we seeing here? Looks good. Looks fine. Stochastics is opening up. It's in a good spot. Looks good. AXP, a little overextended for our entry. BAC, same way. BTI. Ooh, BYON is pulling back. Was that on our list? It was not. It was not. Citigroup. I think Citi's still actually viable in this situation here. Yeah? Okay, let's keep going. Caterpillar, overextended for us right now, but viable on a pullback. But definitely viable on a pullback. Okay, let's keep going. CCJ. That was iffy for me. CELH, this looks great. This is turning into a flag for us. I didn't even put this on the list, but I would put it on the list now. Flag pattern showing up. CLS looks very close. Capital One, a little overextended. We said no to Coinbase. Cisco is not one I'm looking at. Delta, so some of these on a pullback, yes. DoorDash, not yet. Diamonds, pausing. Yeah, DLTR still looks possible. EA. So across the board, what are we seeing? We're seeing movement followed by little pauses, right? We've got these little pauses. Okay, let's keep going. Futu. Damn. That thing took a pause and then jumped again right there, huh? GE, that looks like it could be. So we're looking in the industrials. Could have some viability there today. Same with GE Vernova, close. Google. So Google, if we looked at Google today, would be more of a continuation trade. What does that mean to us? That means if we were to turn this into a Heikin-Ashi candle, then we would be looking to put our stops based on the way these are oriented now. So, okay. Goldman, same kind of a thing. So we could be looking for a continuation trade where we think maybe we catch something and can ride for a little while. Goldman's hanging on. Hasbro, maybe. Hood. Look at Hood. Little pause there. Possibly developing. Not for Howmet, not for IBM. Not really looking for this one either. IWM, a little bit of a pause. JOBY's pulling all the way back to the 200, or to the 50, I mean. KKR. We'll see here. Lumentum was one I was thinking about on Friday. That one's maybe a little too far gone for us. Las Vegas Sands. Meta. Morgan looks pretty reasonable for a trade possibility here. I think we have some things developing. No on Microsoft. No on Micron. Okay, let's keep looking. Netflix is maybe one of the better looking opportunities here. You can see what's going on with Netflix. We had consolidation coming down. Broke out, saw the buyers come in. This is the next opportunity that creates a higher low. Now, we've been talking about Netflix because it's a $1,200 stock. That's a very difficult one to build options on because they tend to be expensive, which then means the possibility for a spread trade. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be thinking about and looking for something like that. Okay. Kami, good to see you. NOC on a little bit of a pullback here, but something that is looking like could turn into a trade pretty quickly. Nvidia, not yet. PGY is a bit overextended. Palantir. Oh, Palantir. We wondered if you might have some measure of ability, but at this point, I think whatever we thought, this thing is into a consolidation down pattern. QQQ looks fine. Just a little pause this morning. Roblox, look at Roblox trying to bounce off that 50. Up 6.5% today. Goodness gracious. Reddit is setting up. Right? Reddit is very, very close in my opinion. So that looks pretty good. Okay, let's keep looking. Rocket Labs. Not for me. Silver, overextended a bit here. SoFi. Here's the SPY. Just kind of flat. We've been going for almost 20 minutes. What does our 20-minute range look like? Yeah, you can see. Let me zoom in. There's our opening range. Oh, the sellers are trying to come in here a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Okay, TME was our other trade from Friday. Ooh, okay. So we put two alerts out on Friday, and they both look good. This one looks even better. The first one looked good. APH is up 1.25%. That looks great. And TME is up 3.5%. That looks even better still. Tesla pausing. TSM maybe. Uber pausing. Visa. Okay. So I would expect that you're either not in trades yet because some people didn't take the trade, I don't think. The trade's on Friday, though they may be difficult to catch if the orders weren't already in. Questions, comments, thoughts, concerns? Let me know. Uber. Flat. Yeah, it's down a titch, up from where it started. Right? Uber looks okay, especially for a covered call. Now, remind me, your new strike price on that is 96. Is that right? 96. $96. Excellent. Should be fine. Okay. I see alerts potentially developing, even in the midst of a day like today, where it's just a little bit of a pause day. I think that there are definitely still the types of alerts that we're looking for setting up. There's a couple there. We're not going to force any trades. QUBT. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Let's look at that. QUBT. Stopped out by Schwab Friday. They're doing an audit. Ooh, oh, interesting. They took you out of all your positions for the audit. Yeah, that sounds frustrating. Yeah, that definitely sounds frustrating. $16 call on QUBT. Oh, there's a couple of us there, huh? Quantum computing, QUBT. Let me give you my analysis on this thing. Here's what I think. We had this consolidation come down like this, and you can see it popped up out and came back. And this support level held. I think that's a solid support bounce. Good bounce signal on Friday. Lack of follow through today. Any of the signals we have that do this. I mean, the two that we put on are we're fortunate enough that they are they're going well. So any others like this that hiccup a little bit, you guys know how I feel about the hiccup. It could hiccup like this and then turn, and it's like I would still want to be in it. Now, if I wasn't in it, I would think that could be an entry for me on a secondary, on a hiccup entry. But as of right now, we would need to give it this opportunity to happen. Okay, let's keep going. $16 call. For what month? Ooh, ASTS. Let me go look at that one. We've got a little bit of time. ASTS. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where are you? October. Oh, plenty of time. Plenty of time. So ASTS seems like it's trying to get a bounce, which is good. But it's fighting a little bit of what I would consider this consolidation. So it's kind of right there. If it can get through this, yeah, it could go all the way up to 55 before it has a pullback. So for me, it's right at a critical time. A very critical time right there where it's at. Okay. So, got some good ones, you guys. What else? Now, we didn't really take a peek at this for very long, but for those who missed yesterday, our posture, as predicted, On Friday, we predicted that it would likely go up a half to a 3/4 of a point, which it did. So we went to a 5.5. Nice bounce back up. The highest we've been. The highest we've been on our recovery, all the way back to April's drop, was a 5.75, and we're back to a 5.5. So I feel comfortable with that. I feel good about that. Yeah. Okay. Market posture 5.5. Trading plan section this week is trading goals. Go set a couple about making your trading better. Monday, let me bring this over just to remind you. Just to remind you. Let's take a look at the events. Come on, baby. As you can see from the calendar, Monday we have this meeting and nothing else because the Munter Hour has been canceled. And we have a couple of new classes. Tuesday morning market open, Thursday morning market open with Glenn. Here's what I'll tell you. I've been doing some work to make it easier to get into the meetings faster, especially from your phone. What I found out was the adjustments I've made are not retroactive. They would only count for any new meetings that I set up. So I actually have to completely restructure the calendar. All the old meetings that you're scheduled for will disappear, and I have to start over. But it should be worth it. So keep in mind that that's what's going to happen. They will all be the same links. So if you save the Zoom links based on the day, those will be the same. The links will be the same. But I'm gonna redo it. Okay. Any other questions, comments, or concerns before we wrap this up? Let me know. I am new. Do you trade to the downside? Yes, we will trade to the downside. But we're in a bull market. So do you mean day trade to the downside or yeah, I will say that for the most part, we're definitely looking to go in the direction of the favor of the market. That's why we look to posture the market. So by posturing, we're definitely saying, hey, what do we see? Well, we see strength across multiple facets. Now, if you're day trading, which, I mean, you can look already. We're 30 minutes in. And if you look at the SPY, there's really nothing on the table for a day trade, right? We need to have an expectation of profitability, and we need to have a favorable reward to risk. So yeah, we will have no problem trading. We'll trade neutrally at times. In fact, as the implied volatility's dropped, we're looking at the potential for calendar spreads. You're not going to see me do a lot of day trades. That's just really outside the scope of what we tend to do here. Certainly, if you bring up day trades, I'm willing to discuss them. But you're not going to see a day trade alert. I mean, there's no time for that, right? Day trading is so specific to time frames. But we will absolutely put bearish trades on. We'll put hedge trades on. We'll put... we'll do what the market, basically we'll do what the market tells us to do. So, all right. Well, it's good to see everybody. I won't see you tonight, but I will see you tomorrow morning. So I'm excited for us to have the continuity of that new schedule. So enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'll see you tomorrow morning. As always, happy trading.